Hey everyone, welcome back to Arnett's Heyday. My name's Will, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the cheapest MIG welders you could find within budget. I found it, and it's on Amazon for $125. And it's actually a 4-in-1 multi-process welder, so let's dig into that a little bit. Alright, so tonight I have the cheapest MIG welder. When I say MIG welder, metal inert gas. The welder actually takes gas. So I finally found one. The last one was a blow, but it worked. It was an actual flux cord welder, no gas. I found one with gas. Alright, so tonight we're going to be looking at the Autogen inverter welding machine. But it's a multi-process DC inverter. MIG 200S Mini. And up top there, if you can see it, it's got the CO2 mix and flux, and it is a 220 or 110 machine, and it took an unbelievable amount of time to get here. Okay, so I said before it is a multi-process welder. It's a 4-in-1. You got MIG, TIG, flux, stick. Sorry. What's the last one? MIG, TIG, flux, stick. Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
So when I say this thing took an unbelievable amount of time to get, I'll get to the video, hang on. When I say it took an unbelievable amount of time to get here, it took its time. Supposed to be next day shipping, 2 weeks later, it's here. The box, something happened. It got delivered like 1,500 different times to different locations. And once the box finally got to me, it was held together with literal duct tape. I threw the box away. I don't have a picture of it. It was duct tape, hopes, and dreams. But when I unboxed the welder, it was in good shape. So there's that. All right. So basically, we're just going to go over the accessories you get with it, the price range you get for it, like do you get your money's worth out of it, and let's just delve into it. Now this is a 4-in-1 welder. You got MIG, TIG, flux, and stick.
Stop saying that!
All for $125, give or take, on sale. Okay, so the first thing you got, the accessories that came in the box. Alright, so you can see there was price cuts places. Here's your 220 to a 110 or a 110 to a 220. That's 14 gauge. That's what you run Christmas lights on, not a welder. But this might be foreshadowing what this guy can do. Onward. The best chipping hammer brush combo I've ever seen. It's cheap. The gun itself, now, slow down. It feels, you won't believe this, incredibly cheap. Feels just like the Andeli. A little harder to click the trigger, but I guess that's okay. Has the little get out of my way saver on the back. This is covered in a little bit thicker of a rubber, but it's extremely short. I'm talking 3.5 foot, maybe a 4 foot lead on this. So whatever you're doing, you might as well put this thing on your back. Came with this little gem. Most cheap welders will come with these little 3 a.m. video with a man wearing sandals. You already know the video I'm talking about. And he's got one of these, just zippity zap zap, and he builds a train out of it somehow. The glass, not half bad. It's actual glass. That's without it. It's with it. The glass isn't half bad. It's still cheap. If you tack something together, that'll do it. It did come with actual options for the sticks too. Looks like here you got 5/16, maybe 1/8, very small rods. But the Andeli only came with maybe 1/16 rods. And yeah, they made me incredibly sick for 2 weeks, so we won't go there. Onward to the stick electrode holder. Got a pretty good bite on it, but it's just about as cheap as it gets. And look at the size of this, boys. This is not okay. I'm not about size shaming, but this is not all right. This is supposed to be a 200 amp Maybe I'll put it in the comments. I might be lying here. Guys are good at that. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. This doesn't even seem safe. Either it's going to be a spark of greatness or it's going to burn my garage down. But that's why we have fire extinguishers. So let's go ahead and fire this puppy up. All right, y'all. Really bad storms rolling in, so let's go ahead and get this puppy going. Where's the power? Woo! Sounds like a little spaceship. All right. So you got your stick, standard. Yeah, we got CO2 here, some type of mix, maybe 90-10 mix. You got flux, and you got TIG. So let's go ahead and put on CO2. Voltage doesn't do anything. The amperage changes. It's claiming we could do 176 amps. Okay. Yeah. All right. So very basic. You got two knobs. They're made of plastic, cheap plastic, unlike the other ones, which are usually steel. But there's a dead zone at the end there. I feel like it's got a little more, but it's $125. Let's put it on 120. Open the side compartment here. Whoops. Pretty basic. I can see straight through the machine right there. Probably shouldn't stick my finger in there while it's on. The drive roller, again, it's cheap. Feels like a McDonald's Happy Meal, but those make people happy, right? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up a piece of metal, get some gas hooked up to it. That's one thing it did not come with. It does not come with a regulator, and it doesn't come with a gas hose. So if you end up buying this little guy, while you're on Amazon, go ahead and order the cheap regulator. I'll probably try and find it and put it in the description. And just a clear 1/4-inch gas hose. Okay, so 2 seconds for you guys, about an hour and a half for me. That was a fiasco. Okay, so I said it didn't come with a gas hose. That's fine, whatever. I've got a gas hose. No, I don't fit. So I had to go find fittings, and I didn't have any of them. So I took some welding wire and I just gave it the old crank, and I cranked them real tight. So now we have gas. Remember, wear cutoffs, shorts, and flip-flops if you're going to be welding. That's the only way. It's the safest. All right. If you actually do that, it's your own fault. Don't do that. Don't listen to me. All right, ground on. Let's toss the old hood on and get you guys set up for a shot. Huh. Got some feeding issues. I don't know about that, guys. It's got a little bit of a stutter to it. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Let's try this again. Okay, gonna figure that out. All right, let's try one more time. That is not me doing that. Not 100% what's going on here. Kind of welding funny. Keeps stuttering. I don't know if it's the roll of wire. It's welding good for what it's doing. I just don't, the inconsistency I don't quite understand. Let's see what I can find out here. Don't really know what the deal is here. It's just it's just not welding, and we all know that's not what these are supposed to do. What are you doing, Timmy? I wasted money on you. Open up. What's going on in there? So that's not a great sign. To be continued. Hi there, my name's Will, and this video has cost me way too much money. Let's get into it. Okay, so today we're going to continue the MIG 200S Mini made by Autogen inverter welding machine. Issue we had last time, I could not get this to feed right. Inconsistent puddle. I called the machine many bad names, and I couldn't complete the video, so I went and spent way too much money on some Hobart wire from Tractor Supply. This is the last one on the shelf too, so very hot commodity for that 030. $30 for a 2-pound spool. Alright, let's get on with the video. Okay. I am not in the mood tonight. Okay. Alright. We'll be back. Now remember, it's really raining out there. Always wear your proper PPE and your gloves while you're doing this. I'm just doing a quick pass. I just want to see how it's going to do. Not welding for any prolonged period of time, so a lot of you older guys which watch my videos, you already know that, but for the people that don't, yeah, just don't. So here we go. We're on 110. Yeah, that passes in my book. Frick, dude, I was about to throw this thing away. It is really raining out there. Yeah, boys. Heck yeah. Not trying to get prima donna here, but I mean, that's not beautiful, because it was also like an 1/8 inch gap. It welds good. It's maxed out, almost. I don't have the voltage all the way up, because that is only 1/8 inch steel, and I feel like it would blow through trying to fill it. Wire speed, amperage all the way up. That surprised me, to say the least. I hope you guys can hear me. It's really loud up. Yeah, I don't know how long it can weld that way on 110, but if you're just doing like exhaust and stuff, frick yeah, dude, that was clean. That was dirty steel too. I mean, I spent no time cleaning this up. There's still scale on it. Ouch. Idiot. There's still scale on it. You know. Came out good. So let's switch it over to 220 and see what the big difference is. Okay. So I've got the unit hooked directly to 220 now. We're going to do the first fire up. Please don't let the smoke out. Let's see if it recognizes it's on 220. Yes, it does. Whoa, look at that. Big numbers. Other one was what, 176? 203, baby. Alright, let's put this rack where we had it. Yeah, let's crank it, see what she's got. Holy smokes, that's a pretty clean bead. Holy smokes, that was a big old thunder! Alright, fully cranked out on 1/8 inch material. little hotter, not much different. So it looks like you're going to be pegged out at 1/8 inch steel. How much lawnmowers, pretty much some car trailers, you know, not car trailer, like a yard trailers or lawnmower trailers, about 1/8 inch steel. And by my measurements, that's not going anywhere. That burnt in a lot more than this, but to not run your machine at full capacity at all times, that'll do. 110 would even do it. And just the fact that it's an actual gas machine, you can't pick them up for that. You just can't. Go to Harbor Freight and tell me the cheapest MIG welder you can get. Go online, type in MIG welder, cheap MIG welder, and they're all MIG welders and, and deli, and they're flux core. But there's nothing wrong with flux core. Heck, I started with flux core, but there's some. I'll learn to talk one of these days. I think it's a storm starting to scare me. Anyway, there's some situations where you just want the cleanliness of the MIG. You don't want to clean up all the flux. You know, it leaves a lot of garbage behind, a lot of spatter. It's a lot smokier in my opinion, which is why I have this sinus infection going on, because I used the flux core that came in that machine and I got sick. I mean sick. So if you get this welder, do not use the flux core. Don't use that. It did a number on me. But trying to squeeze all these options into something that's not exactly extraordinary ain't great. It's kind of like an all-you-can-eat versus a 5-star restaurant. The all-you-can-eat's great, but you're not going to pay for it later at the 5-star restaurant. You feel what I'm saying? They both get the job done. One of them's going to make you the bed. So all in all, I 100% recommend this machine. I get no money from this. All this I do on my budget. I am the sponsor of today's video. So yeah. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah, highly recommend machine. Fully would buy it again. So I'll get this edited up and hopefully get this video up soon. I'm gonna stop talking now. It's real rainy out, it's real dark out, and I'm just gonna go in the house.